the Groton town clerk, and a couple other towns, one of them being like Lexington. Those classes are very important. The classes are not available. I would have been taking some over the last 5 years, but the classes aren't available until you become a town clerk. But they offer many classes. They actually will help you once you're elected a clerk. They offer you that opportunity to talk to all the other clerks. They actually mentor clerks that are new to the positions that have never had the joy of serving the people. But also going to classes and going to the conferences that they offer gives you very much an update on what's happening. No one person, no one town can be an island in that fashion. There's always good ideas out there. And, unfortunately, you can't always have the best ideas. Other people have great ideas, too. So I'm looking forward to doing a lot of those classes. I've taken a lot of online classes, in the technology field. But I've also, done a lot of customer service. And as I listen to the clerks from the surrounding towns, the job is as much customer service and how you're giving that information to the people. And I think those classes that's been offered by the Mass Association is a great way to learn how to get that information out. Thank you.
Great. John?
I think the classes that David referred to are a great way to begin. But I don't think that's the only way that you can learn to do the office well. You have staff in that office. You have an assistant town clerk. And I think you have to pay attention to that person. You will rely, whichever the three of us win, we will be relying on that person more than we will be relying on anybody else in town hall. It's very important to develop a personal relationship with that person and a professional relationship with that person, because the success of that office will be based upon, in large part, how willing they are to work with us. And I think that the single most important thing that you can do in anything in life, whether it's a government service or a business service, is pay attention to people and treat them right. And that is definitely what I want to do with a clerk, both in the town clerk's office and also with the assistant clerk in the tax collector's office. They are your eyes and ears. They are your help. And I will take advantage of whatever they're willing to give me and help me, in addition to taking the classes that David said, in addition to reading. Because as an attorney, I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly learning. Whether I'm learning about somebody's business, whether it's involved in a lawsuit and I have to know what they're thinking and I have to know what their business is about, or whether I'm learning about something that I've never heard about before, constantly learning. And I will read the books, and I will take the classes, and I will, most importantly, listen to the people around me. Thank you.
Great, thank you. And James?
Definitely, I would definitely utilize Ann Callahan, as she will definitely be missed within the town. With all her resources she has, she's a wealth of knowledge for her 30-plus years in the town. I know her personally as a good friend. I know the family as a good friend. I would utilize her to my fullest ability to pick her brain as much as I can to get as much information I can in a short time we're going to have. I will also use the rest of the employees in the town. They're a critical piece of information for me and my job in helping you guys and service you guys for information needed. I will also go online, look for information. I will pull information. I will go out and utilize other towns, work with other towns to see what's working good for them, what services they offer that we could bring into our town to better service you as the citizens to get the information needed. I will utilize all the resources at my hands that I can get on the computer or taking classes to give you better service.
Great, thank you. So we will move on to closing statements, starting again with you, Dave.
Great. Well, I'd also like to thank the Communications Committee for the opportunity to talk to everybody, because it's a great way to communicate with all the rest of the citizenry that couldn't actually make it down. I did want to address a couple things. One of I have to go along with John in his statement that we have to think about the finances or the funds and the availability of software and hardware. And while studying this for the last 5 years, talking to Lori, the assistant clerk, and talking with Ann. Also the town administrators, Sean, but before him, Anita. And the town does not have to invest in more technology, with more equipment, with more software. It purchased this. It's paid $10,000 for the software and for the hardware that is in town hall today. And I've seen it, I've touched it, I've turned it on. I've played with it, I've looked at it. It's there. We don't have to spend one penny. We bought it. We bought tracking software so that every board in the town can put all of their permitting up there so that every other board can see it. We don't have to buy that. It's here. It's in town now. We purchased it through a grant program, but it's not being used. And that's what I really see. We need to use what we already have, what the town's already spent. And I think that's what's really going to make a big difference. The one thing that other thing that I really want to make sure that happens is more posting of the calendar for the town events, meetings and such. I mean, not only should it be on the website, but it should be clearly posted someplace where you can walk in or walk by any time of the day. It doesn't have to, it shouldn't be residing just in the clerk's office, in a book there. And it's all about information, and what I really want to make sure is that, everybody gets all the information they want whenever they want it. And I want to be standing behind that counter and greeting each and every one of you after I'm elected. And hopefully that will be right after April 26th. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you. John?
18 days from now, we'll be standing in this room or somewhere else in Town Hall learning what the results of this race is. And we will be learning who is going to be your next town clerk. And that's a very important position. And I want to make sure that the future for Ayer looks bright by making the best choices possible. I'm asking you to consider a number of things. The town clerk's office has been held together for 20 or more successful years by one person who, using her talent and her skill, Ann Callahan, has made both offices successful, has made the personnel in both offices successful, and has made the results of both offices successful without having any harm or negativity come to the office. Those offices have been sufficiently successful, and they have been very productive on behalf of the town of Ayer. I want to continue in that tradition. The vote that I'm asking you for is one vote for town clerk and one vote for tax collector. That will keep the offices that Ann Callahan is presently working with her staff strong, successful, and working for the people of Ayer. That is a choice that will make it a better Ayer, and that is a choice because of the work that she's done that will give us the springboard to the future. I look forward to the election. I want to thank each and every one of you here in this audience tonight. I want to thank all of you at home, and I would very much appreciate your vote. One for the town clerk and one for the tax collector on Monday, April 26th. Thank you.
Great, thank you. And James?
Let me start out by saying Ann Callan's going to be missed. There's no way I'm going to be able to fill her shoes with her knowledge. She's been here for well over 30 years. I will do what I can to try and get the information to you guys. Losing someone like that in a position that she's carried for 30-plus years is going to be tough, not just for the position, but for the community. She's been well known in the community. I look forward to hopefully getting your vote and your support in this election on the 26th to actually get me in the position with my youth, with my experience at a financial service reputable company, with my customer service background, look to service you as the citizens of town to help put forth a better Ayer. Thank you.
Great, thank you. So that...
I guess we're going to go.